Burbank, California, Warner Brothers Studios, Executive Building, April 12, 1973, Thursday afternoon, 2 o'clock, Conference Room 4A, mahogany table, 12 leather chairs, floor-to-ceiling windows with heavy curtains. This is where deals are made, where contracts are signed. Today the room holds 8 people, 4 studio executives, 2 lawyers, Muhammad Ali and Derek Hansen, the bodyguard. Muhammad Ali is here to discuss a film. His life story, from Cassius Clay to Olympic champion to heavyweight king. The studio wants it. Ali wants it. The lawyers are negotiating terms. Ali is 31 years old, 6'3", 215 pounds, still the champion. He sits at the head of the table. Dark suit, white shirt, thin tie. He looks presidential. This is not his first Hollywood meeting. Derek Hansen stands near the door, 6'6", 360 pounds. Blonde hair cut military short, 35 years old. Former Secret Service, 8 years protecting politicians. He left government work 6 months ago. Now he protects Muhammad Ali, hired after a death threat in Chicago. Derek takes his job seriously, very seriously. Ali is the most famous athlete in the world. Targets are everywhere. Derek's job is to stand between Ali and all of that, to assess threats, to neutralize problems, to trust no one. The meeting has been going for 40 minutes. The studio executives are explaining their vision. A biographical drama. Ali's rise from Louisville to the championship. His conversion. His refusal to serve in Vietnam. His exile. His return. One executive says they want authenticity. Want real boxing. Real training sequences. Ali nods. Says if this film is made, it has to be real. Has to show what boxing actually is. The executive picks up a folder, says they have someone in mind for fight choreographer, someone who could make the scenes look better than any boxing film ever made. The executive says his name is Bruce Lee, martial arts expert, action choreographer, worked on The Green Hornet, worked on films in Hong Kong. The executive says Bruce understands movement, understands how to make fighting look real without anyone getting hurt. Says Bruce is excited about the project. Wants to work with Ali. Ali smiles, says he knows Bruce. Met him 2 years ago at a party, talked for hours about speed and timing. Ali says Bruce is brilliant. Unconventional. The executive says Bruce is coming to this meeting, should be here any minute. Ali says excellent. Looking forward to seeing Bruce again. Derek hears this but is not really listening. His job is not film talk. His job is to watch the room, to monitor the door. He knows the 4 executives, verified their identities, knows the 2 lawyers. Everyone has been screened. Everyone has been cleared. No surprises. No unauthorized people. At 2:43, there is a knock on the door. Derek is standing next to it. He does not open it, says through the door, conference room is occupied. Private meeting. A voice says, I am here for the Muhammad Ali meeting. I was invited. The voice is male, calm, accented. Derek does not recognize it. He looks at the lead executive. The executive says, that must be Bruce. Let him in. Derek says, name. The voice says, Bruce Lee. Derek has not heard this name before 5 minutes ago. Does not know who Bruce Lee is. Does not know what he looks like. For all Derek knows, anyone could claim to be Bruce Lee. This could be a reporter, a fan. Derek's protocol is clear. Verify identity. Do not assume. He opens the door 6 inches, keeps his body blocking the entrance. A small Asian man stands in the hallway, 5'7", maybe 135 pounds, black turtleneck, dark slacks, no tie, no suit, casual, holding a leather folder. He looks at Derek, says, hello, I am Bruce Lee. I am here to meet with Muhammad Ali and the studio executives. Derek looks him up and down. This does not look like someone who belongs in a Warner Brothers executive meeting. No professional attire, no credentials visible, no studio badge. Derek says, "Do you have identification?" Bruce pulls out a California driver's license, hands it to Derek. Derek examines it. Bruce Lee. The license looks legitimate, but Derek has seen fake IDs. He hands it back, says, "Wait here," closes the door, walks to the table, says to the executive, "There is an Asian man outside claiming to be Bruce Lee. Do you want him in this meeting?" The executive looks confused, says, "Yes, I told you, Bruce Lee is coming. I mentioned it 10 minutes ago." Derek says, "I need to verify. Anyone can claim a name." The executive says with irritation, "That is Bruce Lee, the martial artist. I invited him. Let him in." Ali says, "Derek, it is fine. Bruce is my guest too. Let him in." Derek nods, opens the door. Bruce is still waiting. Derek steps aside, says, "Mr. Ali confirmed your invitation. You can enter." Bruce walks in, sees the executives, the lawyers, then sees Ali. His face shows recognition, warmth. He walks toward the table, says, "Muhammad, good to see you again." Ali stands, smiles wide, says, "Bruce, man, it has been too long. Come sit down." Gestures to an empty chair. Bruce walks toward the chair. As he passes Derek, Derek's instinct fires. Something feels wrong. This man is too casual, too comfortable. He just walked into a high-level meeting in a turtleneck, no suit, no deference, and he is approaching Ali, getting close. Derek's training takes over. Protect the principal. This man has not been properly screened. Derek only saw a driver's license. That is not enough. Derek steps forward, grabs Bruce's upper arm, says firmly, "Sir, stop. You need to be searched before you approach Mr. Ali." Bruce stops, looks at Derek's hand on his arm, then at Derek's face, says calmly, "I am not armed. I am here for a meeting. Your colleagues confirmed I am invited." Derek says, "I do not care. You are not approaching my client until I verify you are not a threat. Put your hands on the table." The room goes silent. The executives look at each other, uncomfortable. Ali says, "Derek, it is fine. Bruce is not a threat. He is a friend." Derek does not let go. Says, "Sir, with respect, I do not know that. My job is your safety, not politeness." He tightens his grip, starts to pull Bruce away from Ali, toward the wall, intending to search him there. Bruce's hand moves, touches Derek's wrist, light contact. 2 fingers, specific pressure point. Derek's grip weakens involuntarily. Bruce's other hand moves to Derek's extended elbow, gentle pressure, downward, redirecting Derek's force. Derek feels his balance shift. He tries to compensate, steps forward. Bruce's foot sweeps Derek's ankle. Minimal contact. Perfect timing. Derek's momentum does the rest. Derek falls. His size works against him, 360 pounds accelerating toward the floor. He lands on his side on the carpet. Hard. The impact knocks the air from his lungs. Not hurt, not injured, just down, shocked. It happened in 7 seconds. He did not see the technique, did not feel it coming. Just suddenly on the floor. The conference room is frozen. 8 people staring. 4 executives with mouths open. 2 lawyers gripping their pens. Ali standing at the head of the table, eyes wide. No one moves. No one speaks. Ali breaks the silence, starts laughing. Not mocking, genuine, surprised, says, "Derek, man, I told you, Bruce is the real deal. You cannot just grab him like that." Derek is on the floor, breathing hard, face red, from embarrassment. He just attacked Ali's guest, a guest Ali personally vouched for, got put on the floor in front of 8 witnesses. Bruce extends his hand, says, "Are you hurt?" Derek stares at the hand, then takes it. Bruce pulls him to his feet. Derek stands, unsteady, still processing. He is 360 pounds, former Secret Service, trained in close combat, And this small man just neutralized him with what felt like gentle pressure. Ali walks over, says, "You all right?" Derek nods. "Cannot speak yet." Ali says, "Bruce did not mean disrespect. You grabbed him." He responded, "That is what he does. That is why we want him to choreograph the fight scenes. Because he understands real fighting." Ali turns to Bruce, says, "Sorry about that, man. Derek is just doing his job. He did not know you." Bruce says, "No apology needed. He was protecting you. That is admirable." Derek finds his voice, says, "What did you do to me?" Bruce says, "I redirected your force. You grabbed my arm, committed your weight forward. I used that commitment. Your size made it easier. The bigger the force, the easier to redirect." Derek says, "I outweigh you by 225 pounds. I am trained in defensive tactics. You should not have been able to do that." Bruce says, "Weight is one factor, not the only factor. You relied on your size, your strength. I relied on timing, angles, understanding your center of gravity. When you reached for me, you gave me your structure. I just had to redirect it." Ali says, "That is what I have been trying to tell you. Bruce is not like other people. That is why I want him in this film." The lead executive says nervously, "Is everyone okay?" Ali laughs, says, "Derek is security, and he just learned why Bruce Lee is the guy we need." They sit down. Derek stands by the door, still shaken. Bruce sits at the table, opens his folder, begins presenting ideas for fight choreography. How to shoot boxing to make it look real. How to use camera angles. How to make Ali look even better on screen. The executives listen, taking notes. This is exactly what they wanted. The meeting continues for 90 minutes. Bruce shows storyboards, explains his philosophy. Ali adds input, talks about what he wants audiences to see. The executives are impressed. This collaboration between Ali and Bruce will work. After the meeting, Derek approaches Bruce, says, "Can I ask you something?" Bruce says, "Of course." Derek says, "Would you teach me what you did today? I want to understand it." Bruce looks at him, says, "What I did was not a technique, it was a principle. If you want to learn, I can point you in the right direction. But it requires changing how you think about combat, about strength." Derek says, "I thought I knew how to handle threats. You showed me I do not. I want to learn what I do not know." Bruce nods, says, "That is the right mindset. I know a school in Los Angeles, Junfan Gung Fu Institute. My school. Come by next week. I will introduce you to my senior student." Derek says, "Why would you help me? I grabbed you, disrespected you." Bruce says, "You were doing your job, protecting someone important. That deserves respect, and you had the humility to ask to learn. Most people would make excuses. You acknowledged you do not know something. That is rare." The film deal moves forward. Ali and Warner Brothers agree on terms. Bruce Lee is hired as action choreographer. Derek visits Bruce's school the following Tuesday, trains with Dan Inosanto, learns Chi Sao, sensitivity drills. It is awkward. Everything Derek learned was about strength, about overpowering. This is different. This is about yielding, redirecting. Derek struggles, but he keeps coming back, learning. Years later, when people ask Derek about working for Ali, he tells them about the day Bruce Lee put him on the floor, about 7 seconds that taught him more than 8 years in the Secret Service, about the difference between being trained and being educated, about the moment he learned that the most dangerous person in a room is not the biggest, not the strongest. It is the one who understands principles that others do not even know exist. The story becomes legend in Hollywood security circles. The day Ali's bodyguard attacked Bruce Lee. The day a 360-pound former Secret Service agent learned that size is not enough. The day 8 executives watched something impossible, A small man in a turtleneck putting a giant in a suit on the conference room floor, not with violence. With understanding, with precision, with mastery that does not announce itself. It just is.